What's up, everybody? Steve here with Creating Real Estate Solutions. So a home investor just backed out on the contract with you, kind of leaving you like, what the heck happened? They talked a good game. They said they were going to buy your house, cash, close quick. And now they sent you a release and cancellation saying, we do not want to buy your house. Or they said, instead of paying you $340,000, we need to get your house for $310,000. If that happened to you, this video is for you because I want to explain the process and what probably happened. Now, as a local real estate home buyer in Fort Myers and basically all Southwest Florida, we concentrate Lee, Collier, and Charlotte County. What happens is a lot of these investors, a lot of times they're not even local. A lot of times they're actually what they're called virtual wholesalers, virtual real estate investors. And what they do is they tie up the contract. They tie up the contract with you. They get you into a binding agreement. So you're kind of held hostage in that agreement. And they put a due diligence period in there where they can back out for any reason, or they could try to renegotiate the terms and see if you'll actually go for it. Now, what I see is a lot of these guys, they're not local and they do not know how to price properties correctly or price valuations correctly. So as an investor, what we do is we look at what's called the ARV, after repair value. So what is the value of that property after we fixed it up, remodeled it, looked good, and we go back to market and sell it price below, a little bit below what the retail market is, because we want to sell the properties pretty quickly. So we got to competitively price the property. This way we can get in, get out, and sell the property and basically profit and move on. Now, what a lot of these companies do, because they're not here locally, and I did another video on this about dealing just with local home investors, real estate investors, because this is vital, because when they're not local, they don't know the market. They don't know, they're not physically here. So they're really not knowing what the neighborhoods are like. They don't know all the ins and outs of your property and all the, the contractors here locally, what they charge. A contractor might charge something completely different here than, say, Philadelphia. So it's important to deal first off with a local real estate investor. But a lot of times they're overpaying on the contract. And you're looking at it and you're like, oh, cool. I'll sell my property for, $330,000. This sounds good. Cash offer. We'll close in 3 weeks. Great. So they get you into contract, and then what they do is they shop that contract. So let's say they got you into a contract for $330. They're going to try to sell that contract to somebody else for, say, $350. And now the problem is a lot of times they miscalculate the ARV that we just previously spoke about. And let's say that ARV is $450, but they got to put, $40,000 worth of work or whatever the case is. But that property, they think it's worth $450, but realistically, let's say it's worth $400. So they're pricing it, they're evaluating the resale of that property incorrectly. And that's why an investor like us would look at it and go, dude, we can't buy the property for the price that you're thinking of, because I would be overpaying in the amount of money that I would have to put into the property. And then when we go to open market and then you take in consideration all the closing costs, I would actually lose money on the property. So why would I ever buy this property or buy this contract from you? And then they're going to come back at you, like we were saying in the beginning of this video. They're going to go, look, we're going to need to get this property for, instead of $330, we're going to need to get it for $290. And you're going to say, you didn't say this, and screw you, get out of here. And basically, they're going to terminate the contract. And then you're kind of left there like, okay, I got to start back over. I was packing up my stuff. I was getting the movers lined up. I was getting my new home lined up for wherever I'm moving to. And now I'm back at square one. And then what happens is people will get online and they'll Google, fast cash for my home in Fort Myers or whatever the case is. And our website, Creating Real Estate Solutions, pops up, and then they'll call us, and then we come in and we're being realistic in our offer, but we're saying this is what it is, and then they're selling their properties to us. But if you guys just came direct to us, we could have just cut out this other guy that basically wasted a lot of your time. And that's the reason why I'm making this video, because I think too many people get themselves into these contracts with, first off, real estate investors. Even if they're locally, they don't know what they're doing and don't know how to evaluate the properties correctly. And then you got other people who are virtually, where they could be in another state in many cases. Some of these are national companies, and they basically don't even step foot into your property, and they'll get your property tied up over the phone. So my recommendation is, especially if you're local, don't do anything over the phone with anybody. Get somebody who's actually the cash person sitting in front of you saying, I have the cash, here's the contract, here are the terms of the contract. And also, you know, we want to, the highest price may be not the best solution for you guys either. You guys might have different circumstances that need to take place in your own lives. So we want to know more and more about your situation to make sure that we can help you as much as possible to come up the best solution possible for you guys, which thus is the name of our company, Creating Real Estate Solutions, because it's not just about the price of the property. It could be an extended close. It could be helping with moving. There's a lot of different things that could take place that would benefit a lot of our home sellers. So if you haven't checked this out, you can check our Google reviews. We have 5-star reviews across the board. We've been in real estate for over 20 years. We've been investing for over 20 years. And we're local. We have a couple offices here locally, one on Bonita Beach and one here in Fort Myers off of College Parkway. And if you guys do have a property that you're interested in selling, take a look at some of these other videos that I have as well. The website's below. Just type in some information about your property. We'll call you right away and set a time for us to physically come out, meet with you guys. No obligation at all in terms of our offer. There's zero obligation to go with our offer. And we'll just talk about your situation. Thanks a lot for watching.